All right, guys, welcome back to another episode on Proven Power Cycles. If you don't know me, my name is Eric, and I am the tuner at Proven Power Cycles. And we're gonna do another vlog video. You guys, we got a couple of, we got quite a few good comments, good feedback on it. So we're gonna keep doing this and see how you guys like it. So today, what's going on is we are prepping for basically a little fun event, and there's a few events coming up that are actually a little bit more serious. But today we are prepping to get ready for an event that's going to be happening this coming weekend. Supposedly there's quite a few people that are coming, that it's going to be, it should be a pretty fun event. I'm not gonna lie, it should be pretty entertaining. I'm really curious to see what happens. But anyway, today we got a few drop-offs. I have my, the Shop ZX10, we have that on the dyno, and we are going to tune the bike with the new kit cams that we installed. We also got done finishing another set of kit cams this week, and we are going to be finishing the wiring on that bike and getting it basically ready to go for the dyno. And so that gentleman can also make this event coming up for this weekend. And I want to say, okay, so the 2024 ZX14R, the anniversary edition, we got that one finished up. The owner is going to be picking that up today as well, and I'm really curious to see what he thinks. We did the light kit, we got that all wrapped up yesterday. The bike is dyno tuned, all the plastics are on it. I'm literally, when I get into the shop, we're gonna wipe that down, get it all cleaned up, and get it prepped. It's already been wiped down a couple of times, but since we installed the light kit, there's a few new smudges kind of on the bike. So we're gonna wipe all that up, or clean all that up, I should say, and get it prepped for delivery. I think he's gonna be ecstatic. I'm really curious. I'm gonna see if I can get him on camera as well with his reaction and everything, see what he thinks. So we're gonna see how today goes. We got a few other guys coming in for some general maintenance stuff and for some diagnostics and whatnot. So it's gonna be an interesting day. We have a ton of crap. It's been a very, very long couple of weeks. We've been putting in like 10-hour days, 12-hour days, almost every single day lately. So it's been quite a challenge. I'm not gonna lie, it's been a lot of work lately. So we are actively looking to hire a new rep. So we are trying to expand. And again, honestly, we've been getting a ton of phone calls thanks to you guys out there watching the videos and everything and giving us your feedback. We're getting a bunch of calls, and we're getting a bunch of guys wanting to come in and do cool new projects with us, which is exactly what we want. We want to showcase it. So yeah, the Busa guys, we've been trying to get them to come in with the Gen 3 Busa. We have 2 sets of cams and 2 sets of stacks now, because we had a couple of people commit onto the projects to do the camshafts and whatnot, but we need to follow up with them. They were supposed to drop their bikes off about a week ago now. Now, admittedly, the shop is absolutely slammed, so I'm okay without the additional work, but at the same time, that is something that we are really wanting to do. So we're gonna reach out to them as well. If you guys do have a Gen 3 Busa and you are looking to do the Brox cam with the BT Moto stacks, let us know. We have a set in stock. We prefer it that you either A, have an exhaust already, or B, if you don't have an exhaust, we would prefer that we actually do an exhaust install so we can make a video on that. Give us a call at 727-256-0001. What we'd like to do, give us a shout, guys. We're gonna throw a discount out there for the first couple of people that come. We're gonna throw you guys a discount on the job just so we can, again, film it and whatnot. So give the shop a call, and if you're interested, so that we can get you in. The first 2 customers, we will give you a discount since we have the parts in stock, ready to go. We just want to do the job. We got a few other projects in the works. We got another ZX4, we got 2 ZX14Rs that we are going to, or no, I'm sorry, one is a ZX14, the other one is a ZX14R, but those 2 motors are in the shop, and we're gonna do rebuilds on those. One of them we're doing a high compression piston. Maybe we could talk him into doing some cams and a ported head. We'll see. We'll see what his budget allows for. And then the other gentleman, I think he wants to do more or less like an OEM rebuild. He spun a bearing, so we'll see though. We're gonna see if we can convince him to do a couple of small mods in there that we can bump up the power, maybe about 4 or 5 wheel over what a normal ZX14R does. Also, real quick, if you guys are watching this and you happen to watch the 2024 ZX14R video that's coming out, notice the horsepower that we end at, okay? I'm not going to give away any spoilers here, but that is typically what we end on a ZX14R with full exhaust and intake, you know, in a full tune, and at stock wheelbase. Those are around the typical numbers, so keep that in mind when you see some of these rebuilds that we're doing and you see what those numbers produce. I want you guys to take note of that, okay? Quite literally, as soon as I showed up, we had a big flatbed, and here's one of the drop-offs today. Right here, we got a ZX14R. This is the one with the spun bearing that we talked about. So he just got dropped off from Georgia. And yeah, so now he just kind of rigged up the fairings, guys. The motor has been blown for a while, he said. He just wants to get in. This is the guy that wants to do the OEM rebuild. So we're going to work on that. Get it in the shop. Hola. Hola. ZX14R outside. So I got to print this paperwork out and get this moving. But here is the 14R ready to go. Looks so good. There it is. Ah, there she goes with the Brocs. It looks killer. It looks so good. So, and I got my bike on the dyno here. It is ready to rock. Busy day, like I said. As soon as I parked the truck, that's what I got walked into. And then, like I said, it's about 8:40 in the morning right now. So it's early, and this is kind of what it's been like lately. So we got another drop off. We have just a 2018 Gixxer 1000. He just came in to do an oil change. We also got this C109. It's a Suzuki, a Boulevard C109. It came in. We're gonna actually do an ECU flash and dyno tune on it, but that's gonna take some time to actually do. He already knows. I told him we're a little bit booked up. We do have my bike on the dyno. We're actually running into some issues, guys. So we're running into a few little issues. I don't know if I'll be able to finish it up today. Honestly, and I hate to admit this, but it might even be something where we need to custom degree these cams in or something like that. Or it might even be something where we need to just go back and double check the valve adjustment. Normally we're anal about that. It could be something like that. There could be just something very minor going on. So we're basically making the exact same power as we did before the camshafts. So that's where we're currently at with the bike. We're also, another thing to note, whenever you do have new camshafts, there is a break-in period with them. I have experienced that in times past where something like this has occurred, where we're making the same exact power no matter what we throw at it, and then all of a sudden, you know, once we go through a few cool downs, we change the oil, run it again, it starts making power. So we'll see. We have a few different theories, and like I said, around these camshafts, there's a bunch of information that's not getting disclosed, or it's not getting put out there in the world. So we don't know. Honestly, we're not really sure, but we're gonna figure it out. Like I said, it's the exact same power curve as what we had before, but without the top end power band pulling up like it should. So that's why we're thinking it's a possible cam degree issue. So that's gonna be our next step, is we're actually gonna take it back out if we can't get it to wake up. We're gonna let it go through a full cool down right now. It is making power, don't get me wrong. We are making power. We're in the high 190s. It is making power, air fuel, everything looks good. We played around with some ignition timing. But again, we think it's gonna require something else, like a custom degree that we're gonna have to sit there and mess with. So we have some ideas, we have some measurements. Basically, they call it the lobe centers. So we have a few of those numbers that we're going to try. So again, this is the learning curve. This is the learning process, and you know, we're not afraid to do it. So I told Lewis, though, when it comes out, I'm probably going to take a little bit more time, and maybe after this, I'll actually do a full port, since I don't have to rush. I wouldn't be rushing for anything at that point. So I would say, screw it. Let's take our time. Why don't I port the head, and we'll go through and do a little bit more to it, if you will. On top of messing around with cam degrees. So, but we'll see. I don't know yet. I might use another bike as far as doing a little bit more, going a little bit further with it, and I might just use mine to test the cam degree and to see if that cam degree, of changing it, is going to make a pretty damn big difference or not. So stay with us, guys. But that's why we're here, and this is why we're doing the channel, so that you guys can see this, and so that you guys can basically kind of get some information as well. So we'll see. We're gonna test it out. we're gonna see what happens. So here's the Gixxer 1000. We've already done the oil change. He's just here for routine maintenance. Did oil change, kind of checked out the bike real quick, but it's in great condition. Thing's practically brand new still. Beautiful bike. I love these bikes. Love them. There's not much done to this one. Again, he's just here for some general maintenance, and that's really it. So the gentleman that had the Gixxer 1000, he is actually leaving currently, and well, while we were up here and saying bye to him and everything, we ended up getting package. It's fun when you know, UPS shows up, but we got an evil swing arm. Okay, so this swing arm is for the Turbo 05 Gixxer 1000 that we have been working on. We actually got this expedited. We got this rush, and it's here now, which is awesome because Evil crushed it. They knocked it out and got this here pretty quickly. So that's going to give us something to do. So now that we can get that moving and get that mounted to the bike's going to look freaking killer now that it's on an actual arm and not on blocks. And then not only that, but we're also going to be able to mount and route the oil pump for the turbo kit. So we'll be able to mount it up onto the air tank, if you will. There's tabs that I had them install, so we're going to utilize part of those tabs and then basically kind of make our own little bracket at the bottom and make it all work. So that's what we do. We're going to figure it out. All right, guys. So we are chugging along today. It's near the end of the day. It's kind of getting there. We're kind of getting wrapped up here. But long story short, we have definitely found out that the degree that we have set the cams at, which more or less it was like kind of like a recommended cam degree. Admittedly, it's not really. I mean, it works great. It would be a great degree for the street, but it's not a good degree for the track. So, and that's what we've learned now on a second bike, that it's like, all right, for sure, we need to set the cam degree a little bit differently. So we learned. This is how we learn. You know, you gotta make mistakes, and I wouldn't really even call it mistakes. I would just say you kind of have to go through some of these things in order to say, all right, that worked, and it worked okay, but it could be better. It could be a lot better. So, you know, with everything all said and done, we didn't make really any extra power. It was really kind of a letdown because we put a lot of hard work into this stuff, and you know, just kind of look back and be like, damn, didn't do anything. Like, all right, let's go back to the drawing board. Let's take everything back apart. Let's look at it. Let's check it out and make some changes and go from there. So now that we've learned this, we're going to change the cam degree. We're going to change the cam degree up a little bit and go at it at a different route and check it again. So that's what we got to do. That's what we got to do. So we're going to try again and see what we can come up with and go from there. So anyway, I'm going to start packing it up and heading out. So appreciate you guys. Thank you again. It was a long day. It's been a long, busy day. We've had a lot of work going on. We've had a lot of people interacting, coming in and out of the shop. So another really, really busy day. We appreciate you guys. We appreciate the support. If you could, please leave us a comment down below. Tell us what you think. Tell us what direction you want us to go in with this channel. Please. Feedback is always appreciated by us. So thank you very much. And if you didn't already, please smash that like and subscribe button. Thank you so much always, guys, for the support. We'll see you on another episode. Thanks for watching.